there, and Hartley just kind of falls and makes collision with that.
Cunningham hit the floor hard, and she is being helped off the floor.
Sophie Cunningham's season has taken a devastating turn, and the headline couldn't be louder. Bria Hartley has been suspended and hit with legal action after her collision with Cunningham on the court. That's right, what should have been physical play turned into reckless chaos that pushed the limits of the game. So the real question is, has the WNBA lost control of player safety? Was this a dirty play, or simply terrible luck? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
It's sad. It's very, very sad and unfortunate what has happened to Sophie Cunningham. Sophie Cunningham, let's be clear here. Sophie Cunningham was targeted. Let's be very, very clear here.
Let's be honest. Calling what Bria Hartley did to Sophie Cunningham an accident is like calling a mugging a misunderstanding. Everyone saw the replay. Cunningham didn't just lose her footing or stumble. She was taken out. It was the kind of reckless play you'd expect to see in some alternate version of basketball. One where the officials might as well be blindfolded bystanders. Before anyone jumps in with the old basketball is physical. These things happen line. Let's be clear. There's a difference between physical play and outright reckless targeting. Sophie Cunningham, whether you like her or not, plays hard, plays aggressive, but she's not out there pulling hair, dragging opponents, or slamming players like it's a combat sport. That's where Bria Hartley's name keeps coming up. This isn't an isolated moment. Her track record speaks for itself. From yanking Angel Reese out of the air to throwing Becca Allen to the floor, and now sidelining Sophie Cunningham, it's a pattern, not just tough defense, and the league looking the other way. That feels about as believable as a campaign promise everyone knows won't be kept.
My goodness.
Let's take a moment to focus on Sophie, because this isn't just about a role player filling minutes. Cunningham came into Indiana and instantly gave the Fever what they were missing: intensity, toughness, and real on-court impact. She was knocking down shots, locking in on defense, and bringing energy every possession. But beyond the box score, what stood out most was her loyalty. She had Caitlin Clark's back when few others did, setting a tone that this team wasn't going to be pushed around without a response.
And when you talk to Sophie Cunningham, she'll say, I'm trying to wrap her up, and I do think that's what...
She never backed down from contact and never hesitated to stand up when Clark kept getting knocked around without calls. That edge mattered. And now, with her sidelined for the season, knee injury, Achilles would over, the final diagnosis ends up being Indiana is left without the one player who consistently brought that fearless protection for their star. Hartley's collision didn't just take out a player, it stripped the Fever of their enforcer.
As we went to commercial, Sophie Cunningham hit the floor hard, and she is being helped off.
This isn't just about one reckless collision, it's about a broken system. The injury list reads like a casualty report. Caitlin Clark, sidelined for weeks. Sophie Cunningham out for the year. Sydney Colson's ACL. Ari McDonald's foot. And yet, the league keeps spinning this as toughness, as if constant injuries are some kind of marketing angle. Newsflash. Fans don't buy tickets to watch a revolving door of replacements. And then there are the refs, if you can even call them that. Cunningham gets shoved 75 feet from the basket. No whistle. She dares to voice frustration. Technical foul. It's a clown show. At this point, WWE referees might actually look like professionals by comparison. The lack of accountability is staggering, and until that changes, the chaos will continue. Got it.
Sophie Cunningham went down. It did not look good. I heard her saying no from the court. It was heartbreaking. I am hoping, this is the hope, that it was more of like a bruised knee type thing. There aren't many updates as of yet, but she will be getting an MRI, so hopefully we'll hear something tomorrow. But judging by the way that the WNBA, expands on injuries, it's probably not going to be a lot, but my guess is that she's...
Let's start with the top. Kathy Engelbert, the commissioner. Her response: players should rest more. Avoid overseas leagues. Really? That's the excuse. Caitlin Clark didn't go overseas. Sophie Cunningham didn't go overseas. Both are injured because the league allows reckless WWE-style collisions while referees swallow their whistles. It's laughable. And then there's the lawsuit. Yes, Bria Hartley isn't just suspended, she's being sued. And she should be, because once you cross the line from tough defense into a career-threatening cheap shot, you're not just breaking basketball rules, you're opening yourself up legally. Cunningham has every right to go after Hartley for damages, salary, medical costs, lost opportunities. And if Sophie wins, it sets a precedent other players could follow. Imagine Angel Reese saying, She pulled my hair, endangered me. I'm filing to. Suddenly, the WNBA faces uncharted territory. The worst part. None of this is surprising. Everyone knew Hartley had a reputation. Commentators warned about it. Fans pointed it out. The league ignored it because controversy sells and physicality keeps old school fans entertained. Well, congratulations. You've got your toughness. You've also got your stars in rehab and your credibility in the mud. Look at the NBA's history. In the 80s and 90s, players got clobbered every night. Eventually, the league realized it wasn't sustainable. Rules got stricter. Flagrants meant something. Suspensions mattered. And guess what? The league thrived. Stars stayed healthy. Fans saw the best players on the floor. The WNBA, meanwhile, is running the Bad Boys Pistons playbook 30 years too late. Except today's stars can't survive it. And yes, this comes back to Caitlin Clark. Everything in this league does. Cunningham was one of the only teammates who stood up for her, taking hits, pushing back, and giving Indiana an edge. Now she's gone, and Clark is even more exposed. Opponents see it. Hartley and others smell blood in the water. Indiana just lost its enforcer. This is bigger than one player, though it's about a league that refuses to prioritize player safety. Refs are inconsistent at best, invisible at worst. Obvious fouls ignored. Complaints punished with Hartley's track record was built because referees allowed it. If they had cracked down earlier, maybe Cunningham's still playing? And here's the ugly truth. Fans are starting to wonder if the league even wants Clark and other stars healthy. The WNBA begged for attention for decades. Now they have it, but instead of protecting their investment, they've let games descend into chaos. Dirty plays, lawsuits, and injury reports headlining every week. That's not growth. That's self-sabotage. The solution is simple. Make Hartley's suspension meaningful. Retrain referees to actually enforce the rulebook. Protect players before it's too late. Because if they don't, this won't stop with Cunningham. Lawsuits will multiply. Agents and lawyers will get involved. Players will start wondering if this league even deserves their loyalty. And fans, they'll check out. They didn't sign up for rugby and sneakers. Sophie Cunningham's season is gone. Indiana's edge is gone. And the league is once again exposed as unprepared, unaccountable, and unwilling to act. The only question left is whether the WNBA finally wakes up or keeps pretending toughness equals recklessness while more stars go down.